post a stream. Did you send the invite yet?
Yes, I did. I could back out and resend it.
No, it's okay. I just didn't see it. It's here though.
Sunday prime time. Sunday prime time.
Damn. I don't know why they have that when you're so garbage.
Did you post the stream?
No, I'm about to.
Okay. I just want to make sure that our audio is available.
For the longest time,
yeah,
I'd be shocked, like, before I was able to post the stream, it'd say I got a viewer. I'm like, whoa. I guess somebody's so subscribed to me that whenever I start a video, they, like, tune in. It'd say I got a viewer. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it's working.
I come to find out, or realize, after, like, 3 years of playing Madden, that first viewer is just me checking the stream.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it.
Oh, thank God it's my time, because I hate it when you're in a dome and it's during the day and you get fucking horrible ass fucking shadows.
Yep.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
I'm with you.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Nobody wants to watch us. We have 0 viewers.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Hold on, let me do this. At all. Because I'm an asshole. Or at channel.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray.
Dude, how is Dalvin Cook still not back?
Maybe
This is ridiculous.
Up to the 24.
Oh, I thought he was back this game.
3 weeks ago, man, I got that notification saying your injured player's ready to return. Do you want to play him? And I said no, and he's still out.
Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Newton now on second down. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And they'll bring him down.
Check on that real quick. Yep, still injured.
Yeah, 1 week. Ooh. Couldn't you have returned him early? But his stats would have been ass, huh?
And I don't want to risk re-injuring him because I need him for playoffs.
Yeah, that's true. True that.
My ass
you're making the playoffs anyway, so.
At channel worked. We now have 3 viewers. What were you saying? I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, I was just saying like, it's no worries. Plus, you're making the playoff anyway, so.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
7-yard line.
Odom's good, and we got a lot of people doing well in the NFC this year.
This defense looking
go from perennial NFC championship player to missing the playoffs.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's going to look deep down the field.
Oh, I had to step on him too.
Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice. Getting ready.
I traded for Patrick Peterson just for this game, and then I'm going to release him and whoever can have him.
Isn't he like 88 speed?
93?
Oh, really? Still not fast enough to keep up.
12 yards on the return that time.
Ross is 98
but
Texans will take over.
Deontay Jackson's, I think, 97 speed, and then I have 95 speeds all the way around, so.
Okay.
If I give myself... what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, don't be
Is
watching
yours,
my
like,
stream.
flashing?
No.
Is yours flashing?
No.
No, I'm not watching your stream. You definitely could... You would hear the... how fucking loud it would be.
Something called a mute button, my friend. Oh, wide open in the middle.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top
Who's your
5
quarterback?
team in terms of points scored in the NFL.
Jake Fromm.
So when they're that high powered,
So he doesn't have a
you
lot of
gotta
speed.
find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20
He has
point
enough.
score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Oh, I
And he's
hate
going to
when...
be stopped up quickly here.
How's been stuff?
Just a yard up to the 39.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive
Cordero
football.
Patterson,
Don't
running
let them
back.
outside where they can really shred your defense.
What about it?
Cheese ball.
Hey, he had 31 rushing yards and 21
That's on you.
Some motion before the snap.
That's on you, baby.
This will be our first penalty.
Oh
of the
my
night's
God.
proceedings.
How's it on me? Oh, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. I got Hopkins at 99.
Start, they need
So,
8 yards
rather
here
good.
on 3rd down.
It's still kind of... I can hear the gun
Throw
thing.
here. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice throw by Fromm.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Texans send the punter out. Back deep, Khalif Raymond.
Get it, bro. Thank you.
Taken in at the 11.
Nope.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard
Let's play
punt.
smart.
And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game
That's
in the
some
playoffs, and that's what you're really
bullshit.
seeking.
OJ.
But there also
Okay,
is much
OJ.
margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 1st down, Murray. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick
You ever
burst
get
there,
nervous when
nice
you're
bit
playing a
off,
lot, or is it
pretty
just-
decent
You
game.
just used to it?
Not in this league. In my other league, I used to get, or in RML, you're in RML, duh. I used to get nervous a lot. Because I hated people so much, I really wanted to beat them, so I'd get nervous.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. They'll roll him out right.
Not today.
And this
Back to
pass
Newton.
defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get
I'm
locked
happy I'm
in,
good
that
enough
runs
that's making
over
me nervous,
multiple
so
games where they're
makes me
really,
proud.
you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I'm okay with
12
that.
yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Let's rock now.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Going up top. He
Oh,
couldn't
that's
quite
beautiful.
hold it. Got hit.
I should have
Ball
had that
pops
pick.
out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back
trying to 50-50
and
it.
see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Let's rock now. Gun.
2nd and 10, Newton again.
Oh, come on, catch it, Johnny boy.
Falls incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense
felt
right
that blitz
there
coming.
as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Newton.
Pick it.
What am I doing? Throwing it right
He
to
had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
What's that, a 69-yarder, 59-yarder?
They're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter.
That's
so
creepy.
A lot of opportunities ahead. So now on comes the
What?
field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary
Me and my friends were
try
taking
here.
a tequila shot
This will be
last night,
spotted
and my
just
girlfriend
shy
now has
of
an ad for it on
midfield.
Facebook.
A 59-yard attempt.
Ads, man. Ads.
That's running out of steam. Won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield.
Gun! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come
the
down
crosser
with that in
open. I don't know
the
what the
end
hell
zone, but
that
it'll
means.
wind up just being
Whoever's sending
incomplete.
messages, I can't see your messages.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back.
Post
There
him in the
wasn't a
chat if
hole
you want me
open
to
in the
see 'em.
zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Shit, I saw
The
that.
catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going
lucky
forward.
56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left.
Come on, step up, Kendricks. What are you doing, man?
Down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught.
Wow.
Hopkins for the Texans touchdown.
Nice catch, Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Nuke.
Touchdown number
Nuke.
15 of the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
It's weird playing in a stadium that doesn't have the wind.
Goskowski with the extra point.
Like even in the dome in Houston, it's always like 7 to like 9 mile per hour wind.
What? How?
Because the roof is open. I wish there was an option. I wish that there was an option for you to close it.
Yeah.
Goskowski now out to
Very
kick it
convenient.
away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's able to find Diggs.
Good pass.
First grab so far for Diggs. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Newton on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Oh, man.
Falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds.
Oh, I'm challenging that.
I think your left foot came down out of bounds.
It's worth the challenge.
That's incomplete. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The real Patrick Peterson would have had his feet in.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
Good fucking punt.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
And here comes the Texans now. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And
Nice.
I let go of it. I let go of it. Why?
And Charles, at some
should just ran
point,
it.
you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone.
Fucking
You know what's
return
interesting?
that?
A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard
John Ross,
line.
make that block.
2 yards
Your
on the
5'8"
carry
ass.
there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will
Diggs
keep
wide
possession.
open.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back.
He had everybody wide open
This
there.
is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to sling this deep. He's got
No
it.
freaking way.
A
No
big
freaking
play
way.
for the
Oh my
Vikings
God,
on
that's some.
3rd down.
That's
42 yards.
All right, partner, that's it.
That's some doo-doo.
That's a video game
That's
highlight catch
some
right
little
there.
doo-doo, man.
Acrobatic,
Just
one
saying.
hand, come down with
Just
the football.
saying that's
Look,
something
if you
good.
and I are playing Madden right now, I'm throwing down my
You
control.
muted
I'm
yourself
done.
there.
That's it. I can't do this anymore. Yet,
Yeah,
we
I
see it
was gonna
happen
cuss
just
really
about
bad.
every week. All these guys need is a chance, and they're making
today,
those types
man,
of
not
plays,
today.
even if we don't believe what we just saw.
Give him a
Can't run
couple
worth
on the
shit.
carry there. 2nd and 8.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing is Newton.
Damn
And
it.
this will be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Oh my
It's gonna be
God.
incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it.
No.
He gets those
Fuck that
shoulders
up.
right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Maybe not. Okay. Playing
And
golf
now
clash a
out
lot
comes
helps.
Houston. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
Playing what?
That is
Golf
just one of
clash.
those oddities in scoring
okay.
that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up.
It's a
on the
mobile
board,
game,
and
I'm
then you
assuming?
gotta make sure
Yeah.
that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt, that's a great way to score some points.
And they'll go with a ground attack here.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Daryl Patterson. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown.
Damn.
Houston.
19 yard
with
rush.
it.
Patterson. 97 yards.
97.
And the Texans are able to show off
Before I
their
had
quick
two
strike ability.
Brandon, my man,
freaking
just
force
one
wins
sentence
because
for
of
that one.
computers,
Clinic.
he was averaging
That's what
14
they
yards
got.
per
They
carry.
lead the league in points per
Jesus.
game this season, but it's been quick
Well, that'll get 'em back
strikeability
up
as
there.
we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating
And then
defenses.
Bam
because they're
Bam
back on
has the
their
most
heels
rushing
right
yards,
away,
but that's
wondering
because
where
he
it's going to
runs
come from,
freaking
how they're gonna
Saquon
hit
Barkley all the way
This
down
group
to the
is well
ground.
organized, well coached, and extremely
30 rushes a
confident
game
in
with
what
that
they
guy.
do.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24.
That shoulder pad.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you. Keep it to short gains. And you
under pressure on the
Dude, make a block.
There for the sack.
Our line is so bad.
In there to bring him down.
I really hope they
17 for him now
fix it.
Year.
Like the blocking?
It's because of All-Pro.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got
this is ridiculous.
Howard complete. He got
I mean, I'm glad you got him, because I mean, like, it gets away from the AFC, but can you not use him here?
2 minutes remain here in the first half.
You guys just saying for paperwork.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, Newton. He sets to fire deep. It's caught.
One-handed it.
I should have tried to swat it.
Big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close
come on.
again. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these
I've had so many fucking passes this season that have gone like half a step out of bounds to Ross on the back of the end zone.
They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Fairbairn good with the extra
Chris
point.
PM'd me
And
saying, please beat him.
5-point game.
Yeah, and then Michael DM me saying please beat him. Something like, yeah, people on both sides saying please beat him. So, like, I'm not offended or anything. I'm pretty sure when you were playing Chris, I was like please beat him. So like,
the Texans offense now,
like it doesn't hurt me at all.
back on the field here.
I would actually be offended if he didn't.
One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting
Yeah, like being a threat.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
I'm scared of your passing. Just fucking giving up on the run. It's not a good idea.
39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
I don't think people realize that I run the ball more than I pass it.
So from the 30
like I only average like,
up on a 1st and 10.
I'm gonna say less than 15 attempts a game or something.
Right back to him on 1st down.
Jesus.
He's going to bowl his way forward
I will not go
to the
down.
48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Watch it now, Barney!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball.
I hear you
free
spamming the shit out of something.
Down.
Let's try and press triangle.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not
a lot of people are trying to get the tip.
As much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Yeah.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Doing another crosser.
Oh my god, my offensive, did you see that or no?
Yeah.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
My offensive lineman was just like, excuse me, I don't want you to score here. Let me tackle you down.
4 plays, 3 first
He
downs.
dove for that
That's a
shit.
pretty good recipe for success.
Thank you for telling me it's me, right?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Lets it go for Nelson. And that
Oh,
falls
you son of a bitch.
incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10.
You alright?
You good? Want me to pause it or you good?
No, I was talking to the girlfriend.
I know, but she
No, she's good.
wasn't alright. Okay.
Thanks for
Oh,
that.
fuck you.
Nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins.
Leave him wide open.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Jesus, wide open.
Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins.
Left me too much time.
In the final seconds of the first half.
Second drive.
And the Texans will extend their lead.
You right.
Extra point,
You
good by
right.
Gostkowski. And the decision to just
What a
kick the
buffoon.
extra point
What a
winds up
fucking
successful.
buffoon.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Short kick. One of the
Oh,
up middle
get up,
take
Mo.
it now.
Oh, come on. Why are you going even farther backwards?
And now out comes Minnesota. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory.
Yeah, it was fine with me. Once it hit 0, I was like, I'll let you catch it. I'll let you get some yard.
Down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And able to
Did you see that
tackle,
handoff?
quickly brought down.
That was
just a 1-yard pickup there, and
that
it's
was
going to
something.
make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. He lost the football.
Hopkins.
Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now.
Montez freaking Sweat.
I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that
Dude's
jumps
turned into
up
a
in your
beast.
chest.
I think he's a
when that
91
ball's
overall
on the
already.
ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what
What are you
they
doing?
wanted.
Hit the hole!
Their
Hit the
offense has to
hole!
pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back to throw, Newton.
Oh my God! Get rid of it,
The
Newton.
Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep
Are you
putting themselves
streaming
in
on
3rd and
Chatterbait
long
right now?
situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive
Who are you
film
talking
session
to?
tomorrow
You,
may
that's
be
what
a
your
little longer
ding
than it
sounds like.
normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed
That
out
wasn't
thus
me.
far.
Yeah, it was.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Going deep downfield for Ross.
Oh, why are you
And
fucking trying to do a
incomplete.
fancy
Can't
catch,
hang
man?
on. Would have been a nice catch.
Did possession
Instead,
catch.
It brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to
Because I think if you try to go for a possession catch, they wouldn't have caught it at all.
And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Shit.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And now out comes Houston. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now they try the right side here. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there.
You know
It'll
you're
be
not supposed to
2nd and
tackle
8.
him, man.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside,
I think you're
trying
lying.
to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that.
Maybe
If
a
you
little
keep
bit,
moving
but
laterally, creases tend to develop as the
Couldn't-
game moves
couldn't
on,
hurt.
and they can run it back inside later.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to wind up in
Oh my God.
And they
Thank
Oh
God.
my
through
God.
the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now back to throw.
Oh, shit.
That is some bullshit. You know how this is like the 3rd time that's happened to me? The 3rd time. No shit.
I've never seen that before.
6 points without moving.
And on that
It's
play,
happened
no distance to
once
run,
with Joe,
similar
once with the Austin Chiefs, and now here.
Which one? What was the number?
Can you believe that shit?
That was great.
Got it with no one around and just waltzed in and pretty much broke their backs. That's a similar play, although this one didn't have to run at all.
Here we go. Stats guy Johnny on the spot. Super Bowl 18, 38-9. It was in Tampa. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Houston. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
He wasn't ready. Detroit! Three down. Gun!
Looking to throw.
Oh, swat that shit.
Is complete. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route
I needed that so bad.
difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Like you have
I think
no
it
idea.
is because
I mean,
more
you
and
have.
more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
There you go, William.
It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe
Jesus, fucking block him.
Get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
I didn't already.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton.
Oh my God.
Pressure gets to him again. Vic Beasley. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Come on, punt it. I want Patrick Peterson to run it back.
And the Texans set to come onto the field.
Yeah.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Oh, Jesus, fuck. Did you, like, have to rape him?
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see
that's
too
not
deep into
nice.
the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Texans in
How
control
is that
of the
nice?
football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth.
You talking to me?
Yeah, how is that nice?
How's what nice?
You want to injure him?
No, it's not nice. It's very mean.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there.
Had enough of his
He's
shit.
had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now he'll be hit from behind, and he is landed on hard.
You know what was weird? Right when I hiked it, I felt like it wouldn't let me like step up in the pocket at all.
One of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms
Doesn't
of
surprise me. I
points.
feel like a lot of these plays are scripted.
This offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Underthrew him. What are you doing, Newton?
Incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And
triple coverage.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Newton.
Oh, shit, no. Oh, karma's a bitch.
Yes. Yes.
Fumble return for a Texans touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we
that was close.
This could be huge.
That was close.
It was
that would have been huge.
Gave him a comfortable lead.
Goskowski the extra point. And the decision
Been
to
a
just kick the
field
extra
goal
point
and
lines
an
up
2-point conversion,
successful.
tying it up.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first down throw for Newton. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, shit. Nice read.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
I see your pun there.
That interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket.
Unless you didn't know his name was Justin Reed.
Receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot.
I didn't.
There's a guy lurking.
That happened,
So
but
don't wave your
I'll
arms,
take the
right, as a
credit.
receiver if you're not wide open.
That was a good one,
That
though.
you're open, otherwise, just don't do it.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback.
Oh, you mother...
Takes this one down almost all
Tackle
the
my
way.
Touchdown.
Great way to start
That's
the
a
drive.
touchdown.
20 big ones and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back
Nice
of his
job,
size
Fuller.
can really
Thanks for
wear
helping me
down a
out there.
defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open.
What? My hand was there.
Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 3 here this game and 17 now on the year.
I think that's game.
And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown.
3 quick
Gostkowski with
titties.
the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
I'm not saying it's game until I have the ball in my hand with
Out to kick it away.
no time for you to score 10 touchdowns.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
I know you have big playability, so.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard
You know
or
what I
two
mean?
shy of the 30. And now out comes
Yes, I do.
Minnesota. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Try to shake off the interception.
Oh my God! Fucking make a block, dude.
The Texans come at him.
Clowney's
and
just
able to
owning
bring him
my
to the
line.
ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Operating from the gun, Newton.
That's good pass.
Wide open receiver complete. And marking
Good pass.
down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him. And
Wait, why wasn't there anybody there?
I don't know, but I definitely capitalized on it.
Double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
What the fuck?
They go play action here on first down. The left side caught by Diggs. And brought down, but
Sorry
not
for all the
before
hurry-ups,
they're
dude.
inside the 25.
No, you're
Another
dead.
nice gain,
Trust me,
16 yards
I totally
there, and a first
understand.
down again.
You're not upsetting me at all.
Now Newton on first down. And this one is incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long
You are
time ago, the
100%
difference between
okay, my
corner and
friend.
Safety in the
Thank you.
NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners
Go
have been
straight in the
really
chat.
busy
This
in
is
game,
fucking
although they got
bullshit.
it done on the last drive.
Last play, yes, but there
You
have
know
been some
it.
good numbers put up against them offensively. 2nd and 10, Newton again. Eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete.
Now that I'm more angry about than you anymore.
Before it's all said and done. It's a
My last-second
10-yard pickup,
playmaker.
and it moves the chains. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these
I
guys.
blame myself.
They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time
I
out.
needed that.
Remember, they get an extra time
offensive
built in
skill players
coming
except
up
for
here
Howard there.
shortly at the 2-minute warning.
I think we both needed that.
20. Hey, boys, got four down.
On first down, it's Newton.
Oh!
One that's intercepted.
Now that's good.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the
Damn
15
it.
at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, this defensive pressure's been constant all game long.
Yeah, so I got
The
Hopkins to
coverage,
99
they've all
and
been
they
excellent,
increased
and
his
now
speed by
they'll tack on
2.
an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of
And I was like, why, thank you. And he gave it like 99 everything else. I was like,
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
So I'm going to just take a knee after this. Is that cool with you? Or?
I'm going to call some timeouts. I want to come back, bro. Probably not going to happen, but...
Okay. Then I'll just run the ball.
Unless you get a first down, then I'm not going to be that douche that calls timeouts then.
Time for a break.
We're back to finish. I used to play all my games during the day, and that's why I was so good. I'm so bad when it comes to night games.
Yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Back to throw now on first down. And it free.
Good read.
The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way.
Good freaking read.
Great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
So if I don't get a first down here, am I allowed to throw on third down or?
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well conditioned.
I'm not going to pass it. I really don't want to hear Bam. I really don't want to hear Bam Bam here. Why is he passing it? Oh, that's some bullshit.
Yeah. You know he'd say something like that.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second.
Do you want me to pass it?
I want you to pass it.
Okay. If anyone hearing this, he wants me to pass it. Okay? So I don't want to hear goddamn shit from nobody.
I just want to pick it off.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes
I gave you the chance to pick it off. I threw it up in the air and nobody was there.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted
pass it,
to. He
pass
was
it again.
Right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. Going deep for Hopkins.
Pick it. Oh my God.
I gave you a chance.
And incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that
I'll punt
defense
it.
right there?
I'll punt it.
The zone was absolutely locked up tight.
Oh, we got a game here, fellas.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Oh, I hit it short.
Averaging over 50
oh, no,
yards
wait.
a punt so far as this one's away. And now out comes Minnesota. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that.
I'm going to do the right thing and run it out.
Once we were down huge. And
whoa,
said,
Flasher.
What do you want
Stop
to call?
flashing. Stop
he just
flashing.
waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time.
Damn it, Newton.
Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back there, Philly, here we go. No, check, Patriot. Over. No, check, Patriot.
And they'll go on the ground. Finding some room at midfield.
Jesus.
And he's going to get this into
Cordero Patterson break tackles.
Have you seen my whole year? That's all he does.
Me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
Oh, I thought you were going to call timeout.
A lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
You got one pass and I threw it up there to 3 people, and I was okay, like doing that.
Right back to him on first down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Really?
Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
I'll play if you play press man. I'll pass it if you play press man.
Alright, I'll do it.
Oh, this is touchdown right here.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Ooh, I thought I had that.
Bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trey Wayne's the Michigan State.
Were you running
right
straight to Hopkins?
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far.
I'm just going to take this delay.
This is 3rd and 10.
This is definitely not the play I wanted.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Except
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks.
Did you call timeout?
But guess what? He's still been able
No.
to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
What are you talking about?
Wow. 4th and 21. Going to go for it. Just because we want to delay the game 10 more seconds.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense
pressing
out
man,
there and go for it here on 4th. They'll drop to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside.
Timeout, timeout.
27 yards, a big play there.
I'm just waiting to hear Bam Bam. Oh my god!
I heard you're calling a timeout here. I heard you're calling a timeout.
I didn't call timeout.
You can. You should. Peer pressure. Oh, good game, good game.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your
The only
eyes,
reason that I was even close is because Ross only scored 1 TD instead of 7.
It was, and you know people really enjoyed this game.
Well, it's a pass rush, dude. I can, like, usually I like to have at least some time in the pocket so my routes can break.
Well, I mean, it's hard to not have a good pass rush when you have Clowney, Vic Beasley, Aaron Donald, and Quinn Williams. And then Patrick Peterson, Deontay Jackson in the back with Justin Reed and Awuzie.
You gotta beat Joe.
I gotta beat Joe? Yeah, and I also need a 12-inch dick, but I don't know if this can happen.
John Ross still at over 100 receiving yards, so.
Yeah. Like, I'm okay with Ross getting like 100, like 300 yards. I don't give a fuck. Is when he scores is what's really devastating.
Yeah. I think I'm still competing with Hopkins, though. I think it's me and you for the lead in receiving.
Oh no, Hopkins' receiving is kind of low. His touchdowns, though, are pretty high.
Let me see. For receiving. Ross has 1,200 yards. and 14 touchdowns. Hopkins has 928 yards and 17 touchdowns.
Yeah, see. To be honest, I don't remember throwing the... I remember throwing the one pick. I don't remember throwing the second pick.
That was the one that I don't remember either. Never mind. Hollywood Browns.
Yeah, I think I lead the league in touchdowns though, so that's nice. John Ross averages almost 8 yards more per catch.
Damn, 28.5.
Yeah.
I'm just proud that I have more receiving yards with Ross than Bam Bam has with Barkley. Rushing yards with Barkley.
Oh my God. If Saquon Barkley was actually real, he would be like beat up so badly. Like Cordell Patterson is second leading rusher, and with only 113 attempts, and he averaged 8.7 yards per carry and has 9 TDs. Saquon Barkley has 249 attempts, 1,239 yards, 5 yards per carry, and 11 TDs.
He has 60 more attempts than the second person in the league.
Yeah.
Which is the CPU with Jonathan Taylor. It's the Bills.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Alright, I'm gonna get off of here.
All right.
Well, I gotta do my scouting first, actually, but I'm gonna close the stream.